Dr. Jose Rizal once said, "The youth is the hope of our nation." But what hope can there be if for a nation whose children are undernourished and stunted? Experts believe that the first 1,000 days of a child is significantly important to the development and well-being not only for a child, but for a nation in general. Which means therefore that the provision of proper nutrition is necessary. Breastfeeding is a natural way that experts advocate to properly nourish a child. This is Angel Ascuna Cullera. Welcome to In Harmony. In this episode, we will tackle on the truths against myths, challenges and ways to go about that beautiful mother and child experience of breastfeeding. When God created us, He not only prepared us our home to live on, but also physically equipped us in order to naturally survive.
Yes, it was a mutual decision between me and my husband for a lot of reasons. I'm a first-time mom, and for a lot of reasons like, it's very healthy, beneficial siya sa baby. Okay, it will boost the immunity, and also it's economical, okay, we can save, and natural siya. And it's readily available na anytime, dili namin we don't have to kanang magtimpla, so anytime na gusto siya magdede, it's available siya.
It's not normal for kids to drink something that is not their species. Milk was made by God for the babies, di ba? Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings has He ordained His strength. So, the beauty of breastfeeding, God loves the kids so much na murag bahala na dili perfect ng imong diet, dili ka perfect parent, but kanang gilove yun niyang children kay iya yung gihatag na dili gyud ma-put astray ang kids na they will have the best start in lives because they are so precious, di ba? They are rewards from Him, and giving us the gift of breastfeeding is giving your kids the best start in life. For the first-time moms, I do not judge them. I will support them. When they have their queries, bahala balik-balik, you listen to them. Where are they coming from?
Mothers in particular are endowed with what experts call superfood that nourishes the child at birth, guarantees immunities against diseases, and strengthens the bond between the mother and the child, to name a few.
I've read also in publications about breastfeeding sa mom nga side, aside sa baby, maka-decrease day siya sa risk sa diabetes. And then maka-decrease pud siya sa risk sa cancer, sa cervical cancer and breast cancer. So then obesity on my part, and dali ra pud ko magniwang. Ang uterus dali ra siya maggamay gikan sa pagka pregnant ngayon ana. So muna siyang nya kay ako, I had gestational diabetes. So na-jud ko yung risk nga magka-diabetes. So isa gid na siya sa reason nga dapat ipursige gid nga pure breastfeed gid ang ako ang anak kay dili lang siya maka-benefit kundi pati ako.
Easier said than done. But doing breastfeeding isn't like a walk in the park. There's the challenge for moms to opt for the easier way. That is, resorting to many formula milks available in the market. Not to mention the physical challenges that moms have to overcome.
Dili is lalim gyud mag-breastfeed, so mag-experience ka nga lack of milk supply, kanang sore nipples, sakit jud kaayo, magsamad jud siya, dayon even daghan kay kagitay nga kuan kung dili ka kabalo imong baby is not properly latched, wala gyapon na siya magawas nga, so problem lang gyapon. Aside sa imong body nga mga problems kay imong family, kay lagi kay murag ang society manggod kay murag formula oriented. So ila gyud kanilang gina-influence nga kanang si hilak imong bata ipa formula na ikaw pod nga kuan kanang wala alam maka formula man jud ka kay mataranta na biyata kung maghilak na ang baby. Mao lagi ilang ingon nga kung ga breastfeed ka nga mama, bright ka, isog ka nga mama.
I don't want even to say encourage because it should not be an option.
Okay.
That breastfeeding should be the norm. No, it should be the expected, recommended, optimal nutrition for babies, not only preterms and sick, for all, because of the fact that breastfeeding is really very protective. No, it's even considered medicine for prematures. No, it's even considered therapeutic because of the antibodies. No, so there's no question over it. No, breast milk over formula because formula can never imitate antibodies. Don't have antibodies. It can never imitate breast milk in terms of it contains all the antibodies, the protective antibodies that the baby needs. I even considered it the colostrum. I even considered it as the first vaccine of the baby because of the antibodies. And then there are growth factors there, enzymes, no, protective enzymes for the tummy, and then even if formulas will just say will market it differently, DHA and everything else, even the chemical composition and structure of DHA in the breast milk and in formulas can really, so there's no perfect formula that can imitate the breast milk, no, and if I can enumerate all the protective benefits of breast milk, you can even say IQ, EQ, protection against pneumonia, diarrhea, asthma, allergies. So parang it's no question at all why it's very superior. No?
While breastfeeding has its shares of blessings and burden at the same time, the commitment to do is another daunting task that mothers have to make. When we come back, let's talk to experts and advocates on how to properly do breastfeeding and overcome the challenges that may be encountered.
To me, the joy, which money cannot buy.
And very hospitable, and most of all, big part of your operation.
Dynamic Living returns with new episodes now on Mondays, 6 to 7 p.m. Dynamic Living, the Total You on Mondays. Hey young people, here's a show especially for you. Informative and intellectual discussions on the things that matter to you. At home, in school, in your social circles. This is The Dynamic Youth. Panimbaya na, matag Sabado alas 6 sa buntag.
Especially to my family.
Ma-enjoy ka sa matahong ng mga awit. Community service o langit ng panalangin. Gikan sa Panimbaya sa Kabuntagon. Sabado alas 6 sa buntag. Kita kids!
Now on its third year, Hakabna is a breastfeeding activity where mothers come together and simultaneously latch their babies and toddlers. This annual gathering of mothers and babies was organized to encourage moms by creating awareness on the economic and health benefits of breastfeeding, at the same time establish that support system among moms. But this support system goes way back in the 80s through a group called Arugaan, a support system for women with infants and young children. Nanay Ness, as fondly called by her peers, debunks the said to be promises that formula milk ensures on babies and enumerates the benefits of breastfeeding not only to babies, mothers, but families and the environment as well.
There are 21 risks of formula milk feeding. It is already a conclusive study, and it says that for a mom who breastfeed and longer and frequently, beyond 2 years, the baby will not be suffering from this 21 risks of asthma. And if the mom would breastfeed exclusively for 6 months and continue breastfeeding, she is providing food security. And the mom will not contract ovarian and breast cancer. For the moms, if the moms breastfeed exclusively at 98.2%, lactation amenorrhea method ang intervention, absence administration, hindi po siya mabubuntis. 98.2% efficacy. That's very empowering for a mom for 6 months. It's also child spacing. And for a mom who breastfeed continuously and frequently, even if she's working, she can preserve her express breast milk at workplace. And the mom will not contract ovarian and breast cancer at 50% reduction risk. Where will you get all these benefits? Only in breastfeeding, not in formula milk feeding. That's why the risk of 21 to the mom, to the child's health, and to the country, and to the environment. Kaya nga ang data, 16,000 deaths yearly for babies who are not breastfeeding. Behind the breast is a face. Huwag po tayong mahiya magpasuso. It is a human right. And we are doing it for our society, for our country.
Pediatrician Dr. Jessa Sereno, moreover, believes in the importance of the hospital and medical practitioners to provide an enabling environment for mothers.
It should be something that hospitals work on, that it should not be an option, that you leave it to the mother to decide. It's our role to really promote it, to really make it the norm. But in the end, sometimes you respect their decision, but they should not get the idea that she can decide on her own without knowing. It should be an informed decision. So for us, it should be the standard. It should be the standard. And if the mother is unable to breastfeed successfully in the first few days, it's actually ang big role kasi is the institution, society. The question will come, did we support her? At the start, hindi dapat moms yung mismong hospital, they should be performing the unang yakap, the EINC protocol, because it's, for example, preggy, masyadong sinidate. hiniwalay si baby. No? So, how could the baby initiate breastfeeding? She's not even on the chest of the mom kasi hindi siya EINC. We call it EINC. The correct program is essential intrapartum and newborn care. For layman's terms is fondly called as unang yakap, no? It should be required. Kaya nagugulat yung ibang moms why it's not being done to them, di ba? If you listen other stories. So I don't think so na moms ang may problema at the start. Baka we should be the one creating that environment na maka-breastfeed siya. So the very act na skin-to-skin contact, skin-to-skin contact pa lang stimulate milk flow na kahit hindi pa nag-latch. So if you read all breastfeeding books, hindi mawawala yung phrase na skin-to-skin contact.
Significantly, the role of the hospital and the consent of the birthing team are instrumental in the performance of the essential intrapartum and newborn care, popularly known as unang yakap.
Salamat eh, kayo ko. Nakakita ko. Anang
pamilya habang para sa kuha pag-ampana kay gusto nga kailan kita doon natin pinagsusunod
Panyani makapaglaom atong pagsaksihan.
Let's Pray Cagayan de Oro is moving earlier in the week. Now praying Sundays and Wednesdays starting November 4th. Don't pray alone. Let's Pray sa Domingo o Miyerkules na.
Of course.
Sometimes. Why not? Yes. My brother.
My mom. And of course, my dad.
The policeman. Boss. My teachers.
My grandpa.
When I'm threatened.
When he stares at me.
When I hear his whistle. When they raise their voice.
When they call me by my full name.
Whenever he calls me like this. Hey, come on, bro. Because they're the law.
He's older than me.
My grade would be at stake.
They're my parents.
Since I'm younger than him, I'll be fired if I don't. You know.
Obedience
is more than a state of being obedient.
It is our
willful practice of obedience, conscious
decision
to obey policemen,
to obey your parents.
teachers. It means submission to the rules,
which are meant
to keep us safe. Likewise,
obedience
is a manifestation of love. I respect my
I
parents.
love my mom. I love my dad.
Older brother.
Besides,
It says we obey
our grandparents,
our older brother, people of authority, our
our
boss,
parents, in the Lord. For this is right.
Aduna ka ba'y buot masayran sa kinabuhi? Aduna ba'y kagawasan sa sala o kasakit? May paglaong pa ba ang mga minatay? Unsa ba'y padulngan sa kalibutan? Mga higala, ipangutana kay pastor. Ipadala ang imong mga pangutana ug tubagon ni pastor gamit ang Biblia. Pangutana Pastor, usa ka serbisyong gidalit kaninyo gikan sa Hope Channel.
Welcome back to In Harmony. Earlier, we've listened to the experts' take on breastfeeding and their guidance on how to properly manage the challenges that moms and babies may encounter. But apart from the physiological and mental difficulties that moms have to overcome, the threat that natural calamities bring also poses a difficulty. But contrary to myths, nursing moms can still breastfeed their babies and even other babies if only proper protocol and ways are made.
If you're donating formula and you don't have potable water in a flooded area, so you're creating more diarrhea, more pneumonia, no? It's not an option, no? Hindi siya good. Hindi siya good ang donating formula kasi you don't have clean utensils there, you don't have clean water there. So magtitimpla ka, if formula is given, magtitimpla ka, tapos dirty, contaminated, then wala, mamamatay sa diarrhea talaga din yung baby mo in the end, no? Okay, tapos it can also create insecurity sa moms na nagbe-breastfeed before the disaster at nakikita nilang may mga donations. Is feeling nila baka yung akin ang inferior milk. We need to prevent this one. So, nung Ondoy, we placed a call thanks to social media. Ang dami mga private companies, may mga couples bringing their own stash, may mga kanang group of women from this office, from this call center, from Bangko Sentral, helping in. Sabay na nagjo-duty ako, nagpa-pasteurize ako ng milk. In between monitoring, nagpa-pasteurize ako ng milk kasi kailangan ma-pasteurize lahat ng milk na dumadating for our mission. Kasi meron kaming, pupunta kasi kami, magpa-pasteurize kami at dun kami mag-mission, Ondoy mission. Parang we call it breastfeeding mission, where we cup feed the babies there. Then we leave some for the baby, for supply, no? So, the purpose of, so when we do breastfeeding mission, the purpose is not dole out, na ibibigay namin yung milk. Hindi. So, ina-assess muna namin, no? Ang strategy niyan, ina-assess muna namin sino dito ang breastfeeding. Tapos, sinusuportahan namin ang breastfeeding. So, patuloy lang sila, hindi namin sila bibigyan. No? Because, just support their breast na go on, mas kailangan ni baby yan ngayon, lalo na kung disaster. Tapos second, we bring wet nurses, usually from Arugaan, no? Nagdala kami, ito sa tie-up from different groups talaga. So yung nagdala kami ng wet nurses for those na separated from their moms, na hospital yung moms, missing yung moms, yung mga ganung babies din eh. So pinapa-breastfeed namin with our wet nurses. Tsaka lang talaga yung nalalabas namin yung breast, yung pasteurized milk. So, you know na maraming nagbe-breastfeed in that evacuation center. Kung umuwi kayo na marami pa kayong breast milk na pasteurized, meaning hindi ka nag-dole out. Kasi, hindi pwedeng dole out. Kasi kung you're a breastfeeding mom, support mo lang siya. Ang bibigyan mo lang yung mga talagang wala yung mom.
Nourishing a baby naturally is a beautiful experience and the best first gift a mom can give to its child. Experts and advocates alike stress that doing it is an informed choice. At this point in time, we will teach you on how to express milk and store the breast milk. Here's Dr. Jessa.
So, hindi masyadong binubuksan yung freezer. The milk can actually last up to 6 months.
Wow.
No, it can really up to 3 to 6 months if it's there, more or less na 3 to 6 months. And then if you have even an industrial freezer, it can go up to 12 months eh.
Wow,
Yung deep freezer, yung pang industrial freezer talaga, it can go up to 12 months.
So it's not an excuse talaga.
It's not an excuse.
Kasi I'm working, so like baka ma-spoil ang milk.
Tapos pag single door lang, so medyo frequent yung opening. We usually go up to 1 month. No? Some 3 months. It will depend on the degrees. May ibang freezer kasi ngayon na sobrang lamig yung degrees. Parang -2. It can go up to like that. So, pwede kang hanggang 3 months. So, 3 months yung kung single freezer. So, kung nasa ka lang, sa body of the ref ka lang, the newly expressed, na hindi mo idadaan sa freezer, if you put it on the coolest portion and the highest portion, parang malapit sa freezer, it can go up to 5 days at the back of the freezer.
Panimbaya na! Matag Sabado, alas 6 sa buntag.
Panimbaya! CdeO University! But especially to my family.
Ma-enjoy ka sa matahom ng mga awit. Community service o langit ng panalangin. Gikan sa Panimbaya sa Kabuntagon. Sabado, alas 6 sa buntag. Kita kids!
First and foremost, breastfeeding is really not an easy task. It's actually a challenging task for moms, and I can say that because I have 3 kids and all of them are breastfed. So my first advice to them is just to don't give up, and if they can eat healthy, and that would be a very good
way for keeping your milk supply high, and just drink lots of fluids, and it will be very helpful also if you have the support of your families. Like our group, Breastfeeding Pinays, is a support group that really helps us if we have questions on our problems for breastfeeding. It's nice to know that there are other moms also who experience the same struggles as like us. So another thing is it's good that you always take into consideration your child. So it's always the child's needs that should be considered. So if you feel that your child is hungry, you just have to latch him on all the time, or if it will also help increase the supply for the moms. And yes, latch on lang yun.
Well, that's it for us this time. We hope this episode was able to empower especially the women on our role in raising healthy and productive stewards of our society. Before we go, we'd like to thank our sponsors. And please like our Facebook page and Instagram. You'll see it flashed on your screen. Again, this is Angel Ascuna Collera. Remember, we only have one earth. Let us care and share. Live in harmony. Rizal once said that I hope 1,000 days of a child. Hold. Dito ko gatanong ang awing. Before we go, we'd like to thank our Balik na lang ko. Again, this is Angel Collera. Angel Ascuna Collera. Go about that beautiful experience of a mother and child. The beautiful mother and child experts and advocates alike that do it stressed. The threat that natural manggod. Apart from the natural, anong natural? Moms can still breastfeed their babies and even other babies if only proper